Hi everybody, John Stan here, inventor of the Fascia Buddy Square, practitioner of Chinese medicine for over 35 years, and I'm really excited to bring this new square cupping set to the profession. And I'm going to walk you through unboxing the set and how we've developed the product and the generations of the product that we're now working with, because each time we produce the cups, we will then kind of tweak them a little bit. The cup itself, the actual plastic polycarbonate cup, is not going to change, but we may tweak the valves as we play a little bit with just trying to ensure valve longevity, ease of use, and degree of suction. So there is going to be a little bit of playing around with that, and I'm just engaging you as practitioners out in their field with me, working with the set to provide us feedback, and we can continue to tweak the set. But the base cup itself is set, and that won't change, but we will tweak the valves a little bit. Let's work with unboxing the set and see what you get, and some tips that I can give you as the developer and the user of the set. The set comes in a carrying case, 20 cups in a set. When you take the plastic cellophane off, you will find your cups in here. You'll have a manual, and the manual I wrote the manual with the idea of kind of walking you through some of the guiding principles of what I was thinking as we developed the set, and how the basic concept works. You have your pump, which is a nice gun type that it doesn't have some cups have where you have to put your one index finger through one loop and then the rest of your fingers out. Our cupping pump is nice, and nicely designed, so you can put all your fingers in easily into that. You have your rubber coupler on this end. You will find an extension cord with another coupler on the other end. And then inside the plastic bag, you will see some additional silicone rings and valve collars that you can swap out any of the valves that may not be holding to the degree that we hope to. Basically, you'll find in your set 4 of the extra small cups, 4 of the small cups, 4 medium cups, 4 large cups, and then 4 extra large cups. And then you will use each of these sets of sizes according to the tissues that you're wanting to engage. You may use all extra small cups if you're trying to build a line along the small intestine meridian, trying to engage that, or the nerve that travels along here. And for that reason, we created expansion sets, and these expansion sets will add to your existing base set to build different sizes up. What's nice about the cups is that they will stack. You can then kind of get your expansion sets, and you can stack them this way. And if you want, you can remove this white retainer tray here, pull it out so that you have a handy a storage tray, and then you can build your expansion sets and add to them that way. So you can really actually have a whole bunch of cups ready to use, so you don't have to wash them in between treatments. They're here, you can take them out, you can then dry them, put them all back, and they're all ready to go. So the tray itself is very functional. And on the first generation of sets that we made, we actually glued the tray into the box. So if you want to have it out like this, you're going to have to destroy the box. It's not going to come out too easily. But once you get it out, it's nice and convenient. The second generation of our production, which is 2026, these will pop out very easily, so you can just have the tray ready to go. So we've improved it a little bit each time, but this main orientation is just to give you an idea of the project that we've embarked on, and how we're changing cupping to become an amazing way to remodel fascia, to rehydrate connective tissue, to remove stagnant metabolites that cause irritation embedded in the tissue. So you have your 5 different sizes. You have your pump and your extension hose, and I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of those. Okay, so I want to talk about how you're going to generate the negative pressure inside the cup so that it pulls the connective tissue up and away from the various layers beneath it. So one important thing is to ensure that when you have the cup on the skin, you want to make sure that the pump is directly vertical to the valve. If you're kind of like, because you're leaning over the table this way, and you kind of angle the pump a little bit that way, that's not going to give you a full grab of the valve, and so it may not fully engage the decompression under the skin. So you want to make sure that when you cup, you're cupping straight up and down and pulling the tissue up that way. You want to make sure that the edges here are fully sealed. See, like this is an uneven surface here. So I have to actually push a little bit with my pump onto the cup. So I'm bringing all the edges of the cup, all these edges, to this slightly irregular surface. And then I create the seal, and then I can create the pull. So that's an important thing to remember. And sometimes when you're on tissue that is a little bit more flabby, let's say, so here I'm pumping up, and you may see right over here there's a little bit of bunching of the tissue. Again, you may need to press down to get that seal first and then pump up. Once it's on, you should tug it just to make sure that it's holding the way you want it to. So again, here you can see a little bit of bunching of the tissue. If I have a little bit of oil, it's going to keep it on nicely, but that's a potential leakage spot, so it may lose its tension. So here I would put a little bit of balm to mat down the hair, and that creates a better seal for the cup. Press down so you cover the uneven surface, and then pulling in. And if you get too much of that bunching like I did there, you just need to go to a smaller size cup. The key thing is to kind of assess to make sure that all the edges are firmly on the tissues, and you can build your matrix as you go along. So the extension hose is something that you will use for self-cupping if you're wanting to do cupping on yourself, or you can use it for moving cupping on a patient. And I'm going to show you a little bit of both. The first generation of cups that we had made in 2025, so if you bought in 2025, the extension hose comes with this type of ending, which is intended to slide into the coupler. Now, for the majority, it works fine, but sometimes when you get oily hands and you touch things, this becomes a little bit slippery and can slip out. So what I recommend is just taking a little bit of electrician's tape and just putting one layer around that edge here to give a little bit of more of a snug fit. That just creates a snug fit that way. The new extension cords are designed with a smaller end, and this will fit directly into the opening of the coupler, and you just push it in, and now it's again very secure, and it's a little bit easier that way. But what I want to say is that if you're doing moving cupping, let's say You take the cup and you put it on the tissue. You create the suction. You tilt it forward so that you're diving on the front end. You're diving on the front end. You're lifting on the back end and you're moving along. And then if you lose pressure for whatever reason, then you have to get the cup again, and then you need to kind of pump it up and then continue on. And then it's back and forth if that happens. So the easiest way to actually avoid that is to put the pump in your left hand, insert the extension cord, put it on the cup, pump it up with your non-dominant hand, and then you can drive the cup and move it back and forth along the surface of the skin, diving the front end, lifting at the back end, and creating like a gua sha shearing of the tissue, which creates a bit of a hydraulic that dramatically moves tissue. So moving it back and forth, and if you lose pressure, you just give it a couple pumps again and bang, you're back in business. You don't have to be going back and forth. Work, work, work. If you lose a bit of pressure, or you want to get a little bit stronger, or if you want to disengage, so you can really kind of work with engaging the tissues this way. Then using the cup with the point, you can turn and you can dive with the front end like that, and again pump with the non-dominant hand, take it, cross fiber against the tissue by moving the corner over the knotted tissue beneath. And that's just an easy way to do moving cupping while the pump is in the other hand. If you go to the other side of the patient, just change hands and you're doing it with your other hand. And it's easy to engage the tissue that way. So super effective way of doing moving cupping with dynamic pressure enhancement with the cup in your non-dominant hand or dominant hand, depending on which hand you're using for the moving cupping. So just up front, the first generation of cups that we created, we found that there was a slight imperfection in one of the silicone ring molds. There's like 16 per mold, and so by the time we produced it, we just couldn't correct it. So that's why we included these extra silicone rings in here, and we have a little tutorial on how to switch them out. And I encourage you, once you've got your set going, to test each one, and I'll walk you through that in a minute. Okay, so now I just want to talk a little bit about the valves. Our first generation of cups made in 2025 have a 3-part valve. I have a little instruction video on how to replace the silicone ring in there and the collar. So you have the silicone ring, the collar, and the pin. And those 3 together work to create that negative pressure. Our second generation of cups is one piece, and it's a silicone plug with 2 lips at the top. And these serve when you create the negative pressure inside, the 2 lips seal like so and locks the pressure inside the hand, inside the cup, I mean. So now when you place the cup on, you can adjust the amount of pressure by kind of flicking the lips here. And as you flip, and you hear a little puff of air come out, and that'll reduce the amount of pressure. So it actually gives you a little bit extra control of how much air is in there. So that's a little tip on how to use these silicone valves. And the 3-pin valves still work great. We have the extra collars and silicone rings that you can use if the valve is not holding. And like I mentioned earlier, you would want to test each one before using it on your patients, just to make sure that the valves are doing what we want them to do. You want to take each size, each cup, and put it, you can use your hand for most of the sizes to test the cups. And then once the cup gets too big, you're going to have to choose another part of your body to try it on. But just put it on your thigh or your calf, and then just make sure they're holding the way you want. Flick to reduce the pressure, get a sense of that. And then once you've isolated the cups, the 2026 set should have no problem, but on the 2025 set, if you've got the 3-pin valve, you may find 1 or 2 or 3. We have the replacements, and plus we also have a set of 5 replacements, and we will ensure that you get one set of these free if there is any problem. So that's a little bit about the valves, and we will continue to tweak the valves just to make them better and better as we get more familiarity with how things work. We will improving them, so rest assured that the main cupping material itself won't change, but we will be tweaking the valves. All right, well, that gives you a few tips and tricks on how to use your new FasciaBuddy Square cupping set, whether you bought it in 2025 or bought it in 2026 or in the future generations. But that's just something you should do with every set you buy. Pre-test it, get to know how to use the extension cord, know your valves, how to replace them. They're robust, but sometimes they may need some adjustments, or you may need to get a replacement if they've been used for a long time. But it's an exciting system. Make sure to read your manual. Go online to FasciaBuddy.com. There will be a building library of instructional tidbits and videos on how to do various segments of the body for treatment. And anything else that comes along our way, we will be adding to that for clinical tools and tricks that we've learned along the way. So congratulations on your new FasciaBuddy set. I encourage you to experiment with it, provide us feedback. We are a new wave of fascia remodelists that are changing the way we connect with our body. Okay, now take it away.